Yes, now, bless now, don't forget the rest now, people. Dez, that's DEZ at King of the Pit TV signing in. dezrocksteady, the one and only. Yo, I've got to keep the volume low tonight, people, and I've got to keep it nice and brief, so I've sorted out a nice brief record for us today. Just an EP, Death from Above 1979. I've seen the artwork before. I actually came across this record by just searching short albums under 30 minutes purely as it's 3 in the morning and I'm going to annoy people given that I make too much of a racket, but I'm here, I'm alive and well, and I thought I'd get a little bit done for you, alright? The record's entitled Heads Up, and we're just going to jump straight into it and get it done. Like I said, I've seen the artwork before, so I'm sure there's a couple of fans out there. I don't know to which extent the fan base stems, but I think there's a couple of good people out there who like this record and this band. As always, you can access all the full album listens via the link in the description. Don't waste your time waiting for me to upload it single by single on this channel. It'll take forever. Without further ado, this first one's entitled Death Womb, okay? I don't know what to expect. Never heard this band before in my life. Let's go.
Cocaine is not good for you.
Is this a two-piece band? Because I've just, obviously with the front cover, and I'm trying to apply it to the sounds I'm hearing. It could be a drummer and a vocalist who plays a distorted bass guitar. Very indie rock riff. A reference of Crystal Castles. What's the relation between the bands? I had a close friend of mine who was proper into Crystal Castles back in the early 2000s. We were young, and I think Crystal Castles was an English band. Is this a British band? Apparently the beginning of the track is a song by Crystal Castles.
Chapter 14.
So some cool claps in addition to that. Is this a two-piece band? What else have we got going on? It's very distorted. We've got a live song on the playlist, which is Last Gang Radio, and the record label is Last Gang Records, so I assume this is the real playlist. How bizarre to have a live song third way into the record. I'll have to double check if that's the right place for it, and if so, that's very unique. I've never come across that ever, so I appreciate that. That was Dead Womb. I'm interested to see where we go from here. I hope they catch me with that tasty riff. We've got Too Much Love coming up next. dezrocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Death from Above 1979. Just a brief one before I head to bed, people. This one's entitled Too Much Love. Let's go. claps in this song as well. Squire jazz bass through 2 overpowered amps. Someone's asked if it was a Rick. Well, there you go, people. Yeah, I assume this is definitely a 2-piece. Genuine question. Why is this band as popular as they are? Because, you know, not to put the band down, but you don't tend to get 2-piece bands that really make a noise. And this sound in particular isn't the most unique sound. Love, honestly, I think it's relatively basic sounds. All of this. This is supposedly a live song, track 3 of a 6-song EP. So this is bizarre. Let's get it moving. Do it. Coming up next. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. I can't put a coherent sentence together. I'm so tired. This one's entitled "Do It." It's a live song, supposedly. Let's go. It's a quality tone on that bass though. Does the drummer do any vocals? Very tight drum fills there. Just through that section, it sprung to my mind the idea that this band could quite possibly be very tight live. It seems like the unit that'd be, you know, have a great working relationship with each other. I mean, with there only being, well, I don't even know if there's only 2 people. No one's confirmed it to me in the comments. I'm just guessing that there's 2 people for some reason. But if it was the case, you know, it can either go very wrong because there's no one to fall back on, or it can go very right because it's just 2 people who work together, you know? Bassists think they're going to go snapping a string. So that was a better novel. That wasn't a genuine live recording. That can't have been a genuine live recording. I mean, the cheers at the end weren't genuine. As for the production value, it was the same as the rest of the record. So there's my answer as far as why live tunes 3rd track into a 6-track EP. This next one is My Love Is Shared. So there's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Just a nice brief one tonight. We're listening to Death From Above 1979. This one's definitely an indie record. Is this a British band? Does it state? I've no idea. I have an idea that it might be American, but it's got a very British indie sound. Definitely. Let's see. So Alexander says, does anybody know any other songs with this vibe? There are no other songs with the vibe these 2 create, says Evan Weddle. Yeah, let's go. This one's entitled My Love Is Shared, 151. There's a good energy to the record. Good tempo. Those claps are there again. Should I check out Block Party People? That song was like the most audible I've heard the lyrical content. I could actually make out most of the lyrical content, which I've not actually managed to do for the songs prior to that. Good tempo, good riff, good energy to it. Yeah, pretty good. I could imagine the band are good to see live, given that their material tends to go this way. Relatively short songs. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure they've changed at this point and gone in different directions, especially regarding comments I've read, but around this time at least, relatively short songs, 2-piece, just blast, song. It's all high tempo, good energy music. I bet they were a blast to see live. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. This one's entitled Losing Friends. We're listening to Death From Above 1979. And let's jump straight in. Come on now. Heavy. Definitely. heaviest riff. You don't really hear muted bass guitars so audible. It's a nice change. Actually quite a pleasing little sample. That was very sonically pleasing to my mind. That was the longest track off of the record. Nice little sing-along section there at the end. As I said, I do like the muting on the bass guitar in this one. It's not very often when you hear such audacity with muted bass guitars and that. If anything, it's sort of advised not to do so in the studio. I've worked with producers who don't want me to do stuff like that. So that's quite out of bounds. I like it a lot. People do love it. So comments saying fond memories of speeding to this album. Rips so hard. I effing love this effing song so effing much. Okay, somebody says I'm glad listening to Crystal Castles brought me here. So there's definitely a relation. Does somebody want to tell me what the correlation between the two is? Let's finish the record off. We've got If We Don't Make It, We'll Fake It coming up. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in and signing out. We're going to finish off this record, Death From Above 1979. We've been listening to the Heads Up EP. Interesting. First time I've delved into this band. It's definitely a separate feel to what I really ever go into. Very indie sound. They do sound like a British band, but I don't think they are. This one's entitled If We Don't Make It, We'll Fake It. As always, if you want to access all the full album listens via Patreon, click the link down in the description. Don't waste your time waiting around on YouTube. Check it out, see if there's anything good for you, and let's engage. Let's go. This dude saw the band in London, so there might be a British band. Aidan Page says this EP is amazing. I would class it as thrash punk. Best band in the world. Glad I saw him twice. Aidan, I appreciate the comment, but you're chatting shit about thrash punk. Someone says it could be classified as hardcore punk. You're chatting shit. That deserves a rewind, I like that. vocoder. Sounds like a synth, but I imagine live you'd be able to pull that off with a vocoder sort of tingling. There we go, that was the record. Heads up, I did like that melody there at the end. I thought it was quite a cool little bit to throw on there, the additional instrumentation. It's mad because with such slight instrumentation, when you even add one thing, such as the claps that we've had, it gives such incredible impact and emphasis to the addition. Really creates a whole new realm within the sound you're listening to, and I think that's brilliant. So that was Death from Above 1979. I'm sorry for my lack of energy, people. It's just the time and I've got to keep it low. Coming up to 3:30. I'm going to do one last video as to where I'm going to give you an overview of my experience listening to this and give it a bit of a rating and whatnot, and then we'll move on above and beyond. Alright, so on the flip side, see you later. Goodbye.